Looks like I'm living rent-free in your heads again, huh? I mean, if you're gonna spend your days obsessing over me, you might as well start calling me something respectable. Maybe Daddy Shizzy, or better yet, Papa Nut. Who's the grown-up here? Alright, it's me. Let's go. Call me Daddy, yeah, that's who I am. Running your minds like a master plan. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, take your pick. Alone in your thoughts while you still act sick. Call me Daddy, it's what you mean. Why you chase the crumbs and I take the lead? Living rent-free, that's my name. Go ahead, say it, put some respect on the name. Man, I'm too old, well here's a surprise. I'm the one with the brains while you're stuck with the lies. You act like you're experts, but here's the reality. I'm the one controlling your mental reality. So while you're out there trying to throw shade, I'm sipping coffee and you're feeling betrayed. You're mad, I got the spotlight, now it's my time. So why not call me Daddy or Papa with a rhyme? I'm the landlord and you're just the tenants, stuck in your headspace with no insight, no repentance. Call me Daddy, you know it's true. You'd be lost without me, stuck in the glue. Call me Daddy, I'm owning your mind while you're scrambling, trying to find what's behind. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, don't you see? You're living in my world now, I'm the VIP. Call me Daddy, just let it be. While you're trying to figure out your own identity. Oh, I see you're confused, trying to get it right, spinning your wheels while I'm out of sight. You think you've got it figured, but you got it all wrong. I've been running your minds all along. But sure, keep pretending you don't care. Keep saying you're done, but I'm still in the air. You got no choice but to bow to my name. Daddy Shizzy is here to own the game. You say you don't watch, but you're obsessed. Every word I say puts you to the test. Call me Daddy, Papa Nut, you know you should. Because I've been living rent-free, and you know it feels good. Stuck with Daddy for life. I'm Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, owning your headspace, and there's no escape. Good luck with that.
Hello. Okay, I'm lurking. Hey, Just Dog, good to see you, man. You are welcome to lurk around. This is the place to lurk if you're gonna lurk. I mean, it is late for a lot of you folks. Oh my gosh, it's never too late though. It's never too late for one of my absolute favorite people on Facebook is I watch so you don't have to. We're gonna go over it because this is hilarious. I mean, if you haven't and you know you're not required to, but if you haven't seen I watch so you don't have to, it killed me. It just absolutely and I pulled down the actual transcript of what she had because I don't want to like, you know, promote Facebook any more than it gets promoted because it doesn't promote me that well. So we're having a little bit of fun tonight. Oh my God. And we'll get into their craziness. Oh, if you hadn't seen Tug and Megan stream tonight, you've definitely got to check that out. That is absolutely hilarious. And how they're actually showing because Jeremy was just like, can you believe this stuff? Good evening, Michael. Good to see you, Michael. They're showing what the and so it appears that I broke paint chips. I really broke him. Both J Hip and I broke paint chips. Well, he's used to being broken, but you know, that's up to him how he wants to proceed on that front. But it looks like we broke him and he's not including us on his bullshit emails. It's wonderful actually, because then I don't get my my email box spammed with a bunch of garbage where he feels the need to include me on a bunch of crap that I'm not included on. It's like, what the hell, man? Hey, how you doing, Diane? Good to see you, man. No, it's been one of those crazy crazy days, and I did pull up the Fleas transcript from last night. Oh my God, they have this thought that I'm an AI. I'm totally AI. So wave your right hand, AI. Just it's awesome. I was like, man, I got an AI bot. I'm awesome. Oh, that's what the cellmate Bubba said. Yeah, he did, Wes. That's sweet. He said, hey, boy, why don't you come over here and just show me how? But what we're going to do tonight, we're going to show you a little bit. I watched so you don't have to, because this, I watched so you don't have to. You just need, she only watched like 13 and a half minutes of this. That was it. She was like, I'm done. I'm like out. This is too much for me. This is absolutely hilarious. She goes off and says Sunday's Spun Day. The day of reckoning. The big old flea wraps up her week while hanging on to every word that Jeremy and George say on their stream. As we know, George didn't say anything on their stream. They were opening up letters and having the joy of their life. The Flea and Twerky start the show, well, rather slowly, with only one page of notes landing on the Flea's desk as they attempt to entertain. The bootlicker is off in her corner. I roll. The twerk starts first and whines that J-Hip was missing any content. J-Hip, how dare you miss content that was over the top and weird. You're over the top and weird, J-Hip. She found there wasn't enough goodness to even take notes about. Goodness? Well, she attempts to delve deeper into her Jippy J roundup, but gets cut off at the knees like a scorned YouTube housewife. Oh, the Fleece swirls right over Twerk's words like a tornado and knocks her right on her rear end ski. Well, I can tell you this. The flea bellows down. He was doing nothing but trashing me, whatever. She smacks the grease and crumbs away from her upper lip in one large gesture and soon turns her chat for confirmation that she's once again the victim. The twerk gives a deep, audible sigh, tries to speak, but keeps getting talked over by the flea NATO. Her weathered sighs are hot, deep, and give the cries of disappointment as the flea moves on to what only she wants to discuss. As the twerk's getting fleas silenced once again, blink, blink. The flea reads the chat, mumbles a question, and twists her words like an incoming storm. She wants nothing more than to zoom in on something negative about her nemesis, the germ. I think after last week, someone told him to shut the fuck up. The flea lets loose from her word bank. Ah! The twerk starts to speak, but the Fleesa storms over, thunder talking right through Twerk's whisper like she's the whole forecast for the night. We've seen this before. She did this on Nine Chins, where she just cuts them off. It's like, you know what happened to me? I was woken up. I was dead asleep at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I got woken up. It seems her Gabby Goon has wandered into her space. His lethargic demeanor makes her belly swoon like a brewing storm within. Oh, she giggles that he whispered something in her ear and throws back another laugh like a cheap shot whiskey. Oh, the twerky soon finds herself giving cliff notes to the fleece on what she previously talked about, because the flea is totally lost on what she was talking about before the gooby interruption. Yeah, I think someone told Germ to shut the fuck up, because I forgot where I was at. because it was so bad that or put it this way, nothing arrives in the courthouse this week. It would be perfectly shocked. The words spill over each other as she mutters, and that's all I'm going to say about that. But she can't. She can't. As if she were Forrest Gump manning the shroom boat. Yes! But her fat mouth doesn't take heed as she begins how shocked she will be if something doesn't make the court docket. Because there are so many people who were like, what the hell, they had something to say. So I got to her too. Oh, hey, Yanni, good to see you. Okay, wanted to pop in and say hi to y'all. Time for so bad. Oh, my heart surgery starts at 5 a.m. Keep the laughs going till you come back. I absolutely will. And prayers out to you, Yanni. I hope that everything goes well. I hope that everything goes well. I think you've got some competent doctors and you'll be just fine. You'll be just fine. No stress at all. All you have to do is just think some happy thoughts and we'll see you on the other side. Prayers out to you, though, really. Because there were so many people who were like, what the hell, and they had something to say. Wait, what? Is she talking about the famous and tainted email trail that hit the judge's potted plat stand? Or perhaps a bunch of pro se ponies scalping their way onto the docket? Oh, she got it so right. I watched So You Don't Have To. You got it so right. But you know now that we broke the whole anti-Hales ecosystem. They are broken. They are broken and scattered like a bunch of old bones, just scrambling. They're just scrambling for content, but they don't have any. So all they can do is go out and attack and just attack and attack. They're coming after J Hip. They're coming after I Watch So You Don't Have To. I guarantee you they are going to be coming after anybody that covers this case. That's it. They are going to be coming after anybody that covers this case. They don't have a clue how to actually do anything except for be like these little attack dogs, paid attack dogs. That is the craziest shit, because we already know they are the ecosystem. They are the ones that go after people's livelihoods. They are the ones that do all of the bad crap. We've seen this over and over and over. Just, Paint Chip should know about this. Over and over and over again. And I'm pretty sure Shockett knows about it. She stutters and stammers as she shares her news. And probably any other freaking person who he thinks is like in a business manner or something probably said, dude, you just screwed yourself, The flea rambles, not making a ton of sense, but quickly adds, I think someone told him, shut the hell up. No, he didn't have anything to say. And it drove you mad, Fleesa. It drove you absolutely mad that Randy, that Jeremy, that George, that Travis, nobody said anything. They didn't give you any content to try to spin into your eternal wash cycle of dirty laundry. They didn't give you anything to go by. They didn't give you any court updates. Why? Because, there was nothing to update. Guess what? You threw yourself under the bus. So if I had to look at this, impartially, which I never do anymore, because, let's see, you assholes have come after me, my wife, my family, Tug's family, Megan's family. You've come after J Hip. You've come after Ketchup. You've come after. Do I need to go on with the list of the amount of people that you guys have gone on the attack for? Because that is what you've been doing. You've been attacking attack, 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 try to destroy these people's credibility. But the whole time your numbers keep tanking. They just are absolutely tanky. Watching your numbers just like do this nosedive. About the only support you can get is from Marla Huge. And well, she's already admitted that she's part of this whole group. She just doesn't want to be named as part of this group. She doesn't want to be known that she's good buddies with what's his name? Joey Camp. She doesn't want to be associated with Joey Camp because, well, he says what she's thinking out loud. She doesn't like that. It's like, how dare you say these kinds of things? I mean, you can. It just takes me back to Blazing Saddles. That seems to be how they think. Well, you can take but you give us that's that whole scene. Daniel Barry Sports Highlight. Good to see you, brother. Shizzy has pinned super tips to the top. Scroll up if you want to send a super tip. Yeah, the super tips are always appreciated. Never necessary. You get an AI voice. You get something wild and crazy whenever you do that. It's pretty damn good. If you don't know what that is, which I don't know why this happened. Okay. Then if this is the kind of stuff that you will get on the super tips, because people are absolutely lovely.
Tug does not like Bolitho. I kind of agree that Bolitho is really going a lot easier on those two.
Well, and it's funny that she would say that, because that is what everybody else has also been noticing. This is exactly what everybody else has been noticing. Even Tug and Megan, they're seeing the same thing. We called this out months ago. It's just like Bolitho's like, you hope that he's going to do the right thing, but at some point, which apparently, according to what was being shown tonight, because Jeremy supplied it to Megan and Doug and said, hey, this is what the judges this is what Randy's going to be filing is to have the judge removed from this case because he's been showing impartiality towards one party. It doesn't mean that he likes one person over the other, but he's just sort of letting them get away with shit. That's been purely shown by the way that he treated Randy as compared to how he treated Deuce, which was basically told the judge, fuck you, judge, I'm not showing up. And what did the judge do? Okay. What do you think is going to be the outcome of that? Because he's shown bias in this. Well, then it's not that I think that he has any love for these people. I really don't. I just think that he's let them get away with things. He hasn't done anything in any of it. So however the filing comes out, it'll be interesting to read nonetheless, but I'm sure that there's going to be a few motions in there that, I mean, who knows how long it's going to be, but we will be here to cover it. And if it's going to be filed tomorrow, then we'll probably see it hit the docket tomorrow night or the day after. We don't know, but it's going to get crazy. Let's get back to I Watch So You Don't Have to. And I Watch So You Don't Have to does all Facebook. I think she might have a YouTube channel, but mainly it's just what you see is all on Facebook. Really fun to give you a good recap. Wow, the flea's delusionals of germ would seem to be taking a toll on our fat flea. She is starting to let her words dissipate into a layer of fog more than usual. She's not making much sense lately, and I take it as a warning sign of a pending explosive storm if something doesn't go her way, which is usually it. She usually does explode whenever things don't go her way. Catch up. Good to see ya, my favorite. How you doing? Ketchup? It's awesome. Yeah, Ketchup and I had a great time whenever she was able to make it on while they were doing all of the auctions, the initial auction where the helmet the helmet, it brought in all of that. I mean, we were all surprised. I mean, Megan's panty hamster was one thing. Starchasm's banana, which is went up for auction again. I mean, they are trying hard to beat me down. I'm not going to let those ladies get away with it. I will stand tall or short, one of the two. She warns the germ that she's been challenging him for the longest time. Go back to what you used to do and don't talk about this shit. She bubbles from her mucus-filled craw. Then she turns her radar towards George and proclaims with spit that George kind of slipped through because she said something about the no fleas t-shirt. The flea pauses, gathers her spite into one hand, or a sprite, one of the two, and rambles on about how she heard someone say, the Attorney General may want to buy that. A nervous laugh takes over, and she backtracks and ramps up her words at the germ. She laughs as she tells her warrior dolls what is really funny, that the germ can't help himself through his thoughts. Her words are fast, amplified, and animated as she flings out, this is what is funny. I told you guys, if you were listening last night, then you heard that I was on 9 Chins and Mo's Magic Mix channel the other morning. Yeah, she was. And here's the thing. Here's the thing that I find so interesting about it is you went on that channel and you took over their channel. And they're saying the whole time, we're not about drama, and you brought drama to somebody else's channel because you were too lazy to set up a stream and talk about this on your own channel. It is amazing to me. Oh, I know, Catch Up. That was so much fun. You know, I still don't have a way of getting in touch with you because I would invite you on. I would steal you away from Jay. And make your life much more enjoyable. No, I wouldn't take you away from Jay, but I will give him a hard time if you come over here. We'll talk shit about him. Oh, good to see ya, photo lady. Yes, very good to see you. You know, you're absolutely welcome anytime over here, Cash. You just drop me an email with your link or something like that, and I'll have you come by. Whenever it's easy for you. I mean, I like Ketchup. She is an absolute blast. She made me laugh so much that whole night, and it just kept me entertained because and in case you guys don't know, we sat there for probably like a couple of hours just shooting the shit about absolutely nothing and everything, nothing important. And Ketchup managed to get on, I think, Star or Rogue. I think maybe it was Rogue Mama sent her an invite, or maybe Rosalind. We all just sat around. We just had a good time hanging out, you know, just talking about crazy stuff. Now, I deleted most of that stuff because there was nothing substantive that we were talking about. We were talking about like, what do you do for, like, you know, for dinner kind of stuff? And it's like, nobody wants to hear that kind of crap. So, but yeah, it was fun. So we would, I would love to have Ketchup on. She's a blast. And I'm jealous of Jay because, you know, he's got her. Yes, called Jay an idiot. Well, we called him an idiot the whole night too. So just so you know. Oh no, Jay's fun. That's you see, people think that like we have this whole group of, or cabal or something like that, which is absolutely even more comical because they don't realize that I'm trying to think the last time I talked to Jay. God, I don't remember. I think I sent, he was part of the email chain, and I sent him an email that said, yeah, Paint Chip is just trying to rile you up. You're doing the right thing. That was about the only, I think that's the last contact I've had with Jay. Maybe I should reach out to him, throw some rocks at him or something. I don't know. You'd probably catch him and chew on him. Speaking of chewing on, God. So I had to take my pup in because I think he's been chewing on rocks and he broke a tooth. And so he's got some really bad pain in his tooth. And whenever I say really bad pain, I mean, you can't touch that side of his face without him like freaking out. So I had to take him into the vet today. And they were just like, yeah, we can't look at his tooth either. And I'm just like, well, you're supposed to be the vet. So look at his damn tooth. But, you know, he wouldn't let it do it. I have it. Oh, awesome. Yeah. Just drop me an email. I'll have you on sometime, Ketchup. You're absolutely fun, and you bring a lot to it. And I think Jay underappreciates you. But yeah, so they were able to look and they saw that he's got like some chipped enamel, but they're not sure if that's causing the pain or if maybe he's got like something jammed. And they said a certain part of his mouth, but I couldn't tell you what that was. So he's on some antibiotics and pain relief medicine. We're feeding him some soft food. They say, you know, just give it a few days, then switch him over to some hard. If he's able to, you know, eat that without too much problem. We do have scheduled like a cleaning and possible extraction sometime like in a few months or something like that. But if they can work him in earlier, they will. And hopefully he does. I think he may have a broken tooth because he likes to chew on just about everything. He'll pick up a rock or a walnut or an acorn or just whatever he can find, and he'll just start chewing on it because he's neurotic. He was a broken dog, but he'll be fine. He'll be fine. But you know, we'll you know, those are minor things. We got people going in tomorrow for like heart surgery. Like I'm not as worried about my dog. I'm really not worried about my dog at all. So a nervous laugh takes over. She backtraps and ramps her words on at Germ. She laughs as she tells her warrior dolls what is really funny is that Germ can't help himself with his thoughts. Well, she licks her crusted lips, carries on about what happened that fateful morning. I got woken up by a phone call. No cops at my door or anything like that. I mean, she made it sound like cops were at her door. I read the transcript and she made it sound like the cops were at her door. The Felisa goes over her foundation of new truth, a grand effort to garner support for her side and brush off the cold, hard facts. Her words are fast as a dust devil on Dead Dog Road as she spins it into just an investigator wanted to ask of me a few questions. But she seems so panicked whenever she contacted them. Forgot to check if you were live yet. Oh, don't you worry, Gwen. Gwen, we're all good. See, Gwen was sending messages back and forth. Gwen, I don't get mad at people. I could be wrong. Like I said, I could be absolutely wrong in that, but I'm pretty sure that it was the blind guy that got that pulled on him. And they did name him as co-conspirator. I'd have to go back and look at it. Like I said, I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. And I hold no ill will towards anybody if they correct me and say, nope, it was somebody else altogether. Because I could be wrong. I am most of the time. We'll get into that later, how wrong I am, or right. I don't know. It's very confusing. The flea scans the room for responses, swallows hard, and tells everyone that Germ doesn't know shit because it was her that told the story. He's trying to, control the narrative. He is just repeating what she said. Her fleecy fury flies forth. Say that 4 times really fast. No, I watch so I don't have to. I'm not doing that. And her heavy breath spits out, no, jackass, that's the story. That's all that happened. So it wasn't that important. You just had a phone call. But you were so panicked whenever you interrupted somebody's live stream. It would be like, and it would be like Rosalind, coming on here which I've had Rosalind on here before. She's absolutely lovely. Be like her coming on here. You know what kind of crazy stuff just happened? And then later saying, well, it wasn't that important. Then why would you go on here and tell it was important if it wasn't? She's never done that. That's the funny part about it. I mean, it's just like, okay. Well, if it wasn't that important, why were you so freaked out about it? So much so that you had to like interrupt. They were actually having a gaming stream. Could you imagine this? Nine Chins and whoever else, they were having a live stream. They're having this stream where they're playing a game with their chat for like their 5 or 10 people, whatever. But it doesn't matter. They were still there. They were having fun. And they got just imagine, just picture this in your head. You just started a YouTube channel and it's not very successful. I mean, it's like you get 10, 20 people. I know because I've been there. And then all of a sudden, because one of your buddies comes on and says, "Hey, breaking news! This is awesome! This is so crazy!" And you bring them on, and they're just like talking about this most horrendous thing that possibly could have happened. I mean, it is like spitfire in hell, and you're just like, "Oh my gosh!" There's so much of this that they interrupt your like normal stream where you're just sort of chilling out with your 10 people. And you bring them on and they tell you all this stuff. They create all this drama. And then all of a sudden they go, okay, well, we're going to stop what we're doing here for the 10 people that were really interested in what we were doing. So you could tell us about this really interesting thing that happened. And then you go into great detail about how you were woken up and all this horrible stuff happened to you. And then the next night you go, well, it wasn't that big of a deal, but it was such a big deal that you took somebody else's stream and completely dominated it, destroyed what they were doing. And the worst part about it, Nine Chins, you were absolutely fine with that shit. You were absolutely fine with her coming over and taking over your stream. You were so fine with it, so much so that you went back and deleted the stream. That's how impressed you were with her bullshit. Think about that, Nine Chins. Think about that, whoever the other person was with them. Think about that for just a second, because I have been in your situation before, where you have somebody that comes in, they take over your stream, and you're thinking, oh, these are my buddies, these are my pals, I'm aligning with them, and then all of a sudden they treat you like absolute shit. They take over your channel, put their narrative out there, and all of a sudden it's gone. You had to delete it because it was so bad looking. It made them look so horrible, so bad, and you felt so embarrassed that you had to take down your stream. That's amazing, isn't it? It's amazing that these are the people that you support, Nine Chins. These are the people, the behavior that they're showing you is the kind of people they are. Just think about that for a second. Their spin, their narrative, their garbage, their drama, all that shit. That's not what your channel is about. I don't know what your channel is about. I personally don't care. But you care about your channel. You care about what your channel exposes, what your channel does. And if that's the kind of behavior that they have showing up on your channel and the respect that they have for you, that they would use your platform, your place to have a good time, your hangout spot to come in and destroy you, guess what? That's how they feel about you. They feel that you are a tool. You are nothing more than a tool for them to use. Enjoy it, Nine Chins, because that is the level of of consideration that they are going to give to you at any point in time. Oh, they'll stroke your ego while you're sitting there in their chat and throwing the money. They will stroke it all over the place. They will just be your best buddy. But you know what? Whenever the rubber hits the road, and whenever people are just going, hey, this person's been lying to you. They're just using you. Whenever they tell you this, guess what, Nine Chins? Guess what happens to you? They will kick you to the side. They will talk shit about you. If you don't believe me, look at the behavior that they had towards Lips whenever they thought that she was against them. Look at how they treated her. Look at how all of your chat treated her. Look at how the people that you aligned yourself with treated her. And then ask yourself, are these the people that you want to be associated with? Whenever they dump on you, whenever you're not around, whenever you say, listen, I'm not part of your drama and I want to be the fuck away from them. Whenever they treat you like absolute shit, guess what? That's how they really feel about you. But you'll figure this out. You're new to YouTube. It's okay. The flea isn't new to YouTube. Why do you think her channel can't grow? Because she burns every bridge that she runs across. Well, she has to, because if she didn't, then the stench would follow her. But she has to burn every bridge that she comes across. Look at how they treat Deuce. Look at how they treat Tina. Look how they treat Shara. Are you not seeing the pattern yet? If you haven't seen the pattern, then well, you don't need me as an AI machine, because that's what I'm considered to be now, as an AI machine. This is the behavior that they're going to give you. As soon as you go against the grain and you have a thought for yourself and you say, listen, I don't agree with this. That's how they're going to treat you. You know what's really cool about me having a different thought or different idea, or seeing something completely different, or maybe I see the same thing that other people are seeing. Whenever I say something that Jeremy doesn't like, do you see how he doesn't try to torch my channel? Because I'm not attacking him. I see something that Randy filed and I don't agree with, and I say something about it. If I see a filing that just, I don't like that, and I don't agree with it, guess what they do? They just go, that's interesting. Because I'm not part of their group. I don't work for Jeremy. I make no money off of Jeremy. Jeremy doesn't pay me to say the things I say. Megan doesn't pay me, most definitely doesn't pay me. I think I sent her more super chats just because I like mocking her. I mean, Tug has me on, I think, because it's like a sympathy. Never mind. No, I'm just kidding. No, I enjoy being on with Tug, because Tug really brings out some of the better of me, because I have to watch my language, because, well, it's a different feeling. We usually just laugh and joke around, but you guys don't seem to understand this. You don't understand that Tug and I can have a conversation. We may even disagree politically, but we don't talk about politics. We may disagree philosophically, but we don't talk philosophy. We just talk about what's going on, what we see. It's really weird that you guys are so stuck up Lisa's ass that I'm surprised she can even blow enough smoke out of there to get you guys to move. And she'll destroy you and if you don't believe me, take a hiatus. Take a hiatus away from them. Do your own thing and say, I'm not going to be in your chat because I'm going to be doing my own stream. I'm going to do my own thing. And see how fast that they don't start talking shit about you. If you don't believe me, look at the way that they've treated everybody else in your little ecosystem. Look how they treated Shara. Look how they treated Slug. Look how they've treated all these people that have said, I don't want to have anything to do with any of this anymore. I'm moving on to bigger and better things. Look how they treat you. And whenever you take that shit to heart, you will be absolutely surprised and shocked that maybe you're one of the bad guys and don't even realize it. Me, I can take a break away from doing Jeremy Hales and covering any of the Hales stuff at any point in time. I can cover Laura Owens, Megan, they can do the same thing. We talk about it because we see the kind of inaccuracies and the behavior that this group of people has towards them. The injustice that's happening, and everybody else is like, oh, well, no, we actually can look at the court filings and give you something that's concise. And if we don't know, we usually say, I don't know what this is. I'll have to do a little more research on it because I've never heard of the Lanham Act, and I honestly haven't. Doesn't mean I still can't comment on my feelings about a particular case. No different than being able to look at Depp or Rittenhouse or any other case that we cover. Because see, our lives didn't exist around trying to sell some cheap little tchotchkes to random people that thought, oh, that's cool, I'd like that. That's never been our gig. Jeremy, if you want to talk with him, he's the one that has all the cool stuff that he's found from these storage units, and he's sorted through a lot of it and said, well, this is garbage and I can't sell this, and other things that he said, hey, I can sell this and maybe I can make a little bit of a profit. But you've gone after that business and tried to destroy it. I mean, and it's only for a little bit of YouTube clout, because that's all you're getting is just a little bit of YouTube clout. But that YouTube clout is wearing thin because people like Nine Chins at one point in time is going to wake up and go, why in the fuck was this bitch using my damn platform to bring in a whole bunch of drama whenever we're not a drama channel? We were just here hanging out, playing a game, but we brought her in because we thought that she was going to give us a little bit of a boost, but she never did that. But you still have, maybe you're like Stupid Dave, and that name fits him perfectly because Stupid Dave has been doing this for 15 years, and he can't seem to grow a channel. Do you understand why he can't grow a channel? Because he is constantly trying to destroy everybody else's channel. He wants to say that he's a supporter of whatever it might be, but he's got no backbone. There's a reason why people like Deuce that want to call themselves a media personality or something crap like that they're unsuccessful in growing. If you want to grow a channel, you have to be entertaining. You have to give something that people want to see. Even if it's the wrong thing, you can still show them your point of view and be wrong. There's nothing wrong with being wrong. For them, I think there is. Sad day. Sorry to hear that, Shane. I would find it impossible to continue to follow this. Oh, I mean, Midas Claus Shizzy is covering. Yes, that's it. Economics is annoying sometimes. Yeah, it is. All right, let's get back to this because I'm spiraling off into weird shit here. The flea scans the room for responses, swallows hard, and tells everyone that Germ doesn't know shit because it was her that told the story. Well, and this is going to come up later because for some reason they feel that their story is the only story that should be told, and they've got real issue with me Jay Hip and others that are talking about this story and covering this story. Now, Jay Hip tends to cover the fleas a little bit more. He's trying to help them out. He wants to make them famous. They just keep denying him that. I mean, he's trying to show them how to do super chats. He's trying to make sure that they've got like all the tools in their toolbox to prosper, become like better YouTubers. But you know, they're just not listening to him. I feel Felisa has feelings for Jeremy. Oh, you think? No, it's really weird to me. And I mean, maybe I'm just wrong, but why would she want connection to cameras across from Jeremy's property? I think she may be a little bit jealous of Lynette. I think she wants what Lynette has. I think she wants that property so she can move in next to Jeremy, so she can say, listen, I was a mod for you. Have a chicken skin. She's got some issues. I don't know what they are, but I think she just wants a man bigger than her. I mean, maybe, you know, it's like, it seems like Gabby seems like a real pussy. Just my impression of it, like a stoner, just, yeah, man, I'll do whatever you tell me to. Sure. You want me to shove that up there? Sure. I'll be cool with that. He just seems like completely out of it. I think she looks at her life and she goes, man, I'm here with this fucking waste of space that, I mean, he works hard, but it's like, that's it. I mean, he still can't really give her what she feels she desires. That I mean, I could be like just psychobabbling. She may be looking at him going, well, I mean, he's good in bed, but that's only because, you know, he does what I tell him to do. I mean, she doesn't seem too impressed with him. In all honesty, she really does not seem too impressed with him. I mean, he keeps getting himself thrown in jail, getting himself put on probation, keep making basically just a waste of fucking space. But she seems to be just like, well, I did say I do. I mean, it could be because I was living in this place, needed to get out of here. I don't know what the problem is, but hey, you do you, boo, whatever you want. Her fleecy fur flies forth, say that 4 times real fast, with her heavy breath spits out, no, jackass, that's the story, that's all that happened. Could you imagine being married? Oof. I wonder if the Wario Dolls believer, is it the warbly marlamoohoo hanging on to every syllable only to repeat everything as truth? Oh, we saw that tonight over on Doug and Megan's channel. Lisa always tells the truth. Okay, name one. Okay. And Megan named off like 5 of them. Well, she told the truth about this, and this. But for some reason, that person couldn't name a single one of them. What was her name? It was Tori or something like that. It had nothing to do with the Attorney General, but he tried to spin it that way. And that was what he was spinning. That's why he kept mentioning the Attorney General, right? She tells her viewers that Germ mentioned the Attorney General several times, and all she could do was laugh because he's such an idiot. All of a sudden, Fleesa sounded weary, as if she's trying too hard to not only convince her listeners, but also herself there is no Attorney General involved. She leans close to the crusty mic and states as fact, now here's the thing. The Attorney General in the state of Florida is defending Dan Owens, who did Jeremy file an appeal against because Owens won the case against him. These people are idiots. Okay. The reason that the Attorney General was able to get the case to where it is right now is because there's this specific little detail in certain jurisdictions and certain courts where officials have qualified immunity, where they can basically act with impunity. They can do absolutely horrible shit to people in litigation and not be held accountable for it. They could take any one of you. The government can take any one of you, throw you in jail for no reason, hold you there indefinitely. And then whenever you're released, you go to sue them and they say, you can't sue us because we have qualified immunity. This right here is what Jeremy ran into. This is why they are appealing the case. And of course, they won't talk about that, but there is actually an appeal in there. Well, they might, but there's an appeal in there on that case, which they don't even expect that they will win that appeal. But this is one of those things that they're going to have to push through the court system. Hopefully, I don't know that it's going to happen, but hopefully they can get this kind of thing changed where government officials aren't allowed to act with impunity on doing things to the rest of the population that doesn't hold that power and not be held liable for it, because it gives them the ability, it gives a government official the ability to have an anger issue. Imagine, just picture this. Picture Fleesa being a government official and her being able to say, or even Jeremy, imagine Jeremy being a government official and having an issue with the flea and puts her into a court case, ties her up in jail. And whenever she gets out, she can't do anything about it. She can't come after him because he had a personal vendetta against her. You would think that they would be all for this, that they would say, no, this is improper. And this is some of the issues that people have mentioned over and over again with the government being able to step in and have a personal vendetta. Think about your worst enemy in the world. I don't have a whole lot of enemies. I have a whole bunch of haters, but I don't have any true enemies. Imagine your worst enemy in the world that could harass your livelihood by throwing you in jail or giving you a ticket or just ticketing you on and over again. And there's nothing you can do about it, because if you go after them and say they're doing this to me on purpose, you can't do anything about it. It's a scary thought. Exactly, Twaddle. And that is what Jeremy is fighting whenever he's fighting against Owens. Whenever he's fighting this fight against Owens, he's got someone that for whatever reason has a personal grudge against him or his attorney, and he's trying to fight against it. He does not expect that he's going to even win an appeal. He wants to get this moved further on to try to eliminate this qualified immunity that government officials have, because if you look back, all of this shit where he could have stopped this, where Dan Owens could have stopped all of this, none of these lawsuits would have happened had he actually followed the restraining orders that he had against Lynette Preston. But in him acting the way that he did and contacting Levy County and telling them, don't do this, don't go after this, you need to do more research into this. And fucking cops are lazy as fuck. They're not going to do shit about it. They could have actually stopped the stalking. They could have followed through on the protective order. They never followed through on the protective order. Had they followed through on the protective order, none of this shit would be happening. And whenever Paint Chips is bringing this kind of crap up to the court and saying, hey, listen, court, look, Dan Owens had this thrown out. Why? Because he has qualified immunity. It goes to show you that they never looked at the actual merits of the case, because they're not looking at the merits of the case. No different than what's happening in Fed 2. They are not looking at the merits of the case. What they're looking at is the court is saying, we don't believe that this falls under these things that you're trying to say they fall under. And if they don't fall, if these parts of it don't matter, then we're recommending that this case be dismissed with prejudice. So you can't file it again. We'll see what Randy's filing is, because he may come back and be able to hit him hard with something really good. And we will know more than likely within the next couple of days what that filing is going to be. There's so many things that could have happened that would have, and I guarantee you the fleas would never be even in this kind of fucking pickle that they are. Paint chips wouldn't be involved had Dan Owens done what he was supposed to do. That is the point that Jeremy made whenever he filed that. But they don't seem to see this. They just see this as, oh, it's a vexatious litigant. You need to figure out what the fucking vexatious litigant is, because you're absolutely wrong and you're idiots. Sorry. I will back off for just a second and get back to I watch so you don't have to, because she makes me laugh. Okay. So why is acting like Attorney General is friends with him and he is investigating me? The flea ponders out loud and tosses her warrior dolls. Her words turn slower and finding penetrate deep into her warrior's psyche. Jeremy's version of germ, like the law, and who does what, how it's all handled is completely wrong. She bellows her signature fake laugh. It's more like a guffaw. And starts throwing out that Germ has no idea what he's fucking talking about. She pauses, takes a quick breath. Well, that's short. And adds at the end, he did say the Attorney General's watching or something. Probably. The flea in full flea fashion grabs from under her desk her fancy Fact Twister 2000 device and dusts it off. It's been a while she's been able to actually reach under her desk. She methodically feeds her thoughts into the little chute and soon comes up with a theory that it could be somebody under a completely different fucking stream name and they named it Attorney General. Lordy be, that's a new idea, and she grabbed from the eye of the storm. Tisk, tisk. She claims Germ was mocking the memorial on his stream and in an attempt to start another rally against the Germ. Jeremy was not mocking the memorial, you mental fucking midget. What everybody, including my wonderful chat here, what they are mocking is the fact that you raised money for a memorial that does not exist. It never will exist because you scam people out of money by all appearances. As many times as you've screamed out, well, we've got it in storage. Well, it's on a slow boat from China. Well, it's in storage. We've got it. You've never provided any proof of it, and now providing any proof of it just makes you look like you made more shit up about it. See, you've got yourselves into quite a pickle because Tug and Megan managed to show you, and I will say I jumped on that bandwagon because I thought it was a great idea to throw up a birdhouse. Initially, I wanted to do a side table of a nut bird bath, but I couldn't find one that would get there in a reasonable time that wasn't a scam. Because those things weigh about 300 some odd pounds. I am telling you that right now, it is proven, Flea, that you guys raised a whole bunch of money for a fence that wasn't a privacy fence. You just raised money for a fence. Did that using gift cards, but got a whole bunch of extra cash and overinflated how much it was going to cost. You did all of these things for using the name of a child. It's really interesting. When you think about the words that they've been saying, the money that's been raised, and the only people that are allowed to see it are the people that, suck her dick? I just don't understand, because you would think that if you're doing a fundraiser, an actual fundraiser, you want everybody to know where it's at. Even the people that absolutely disagree with the fundraiser, you want to be able to show them, say, this is where all the money is at. This is how much money we raised. This is where we spent every single penny of it to do X, Y, and Z. You want to show the world, because you know what? Whenever you do, you get more funds for it. But here's the problem. It makes, whenever everybody is questioning, well, it seems to me that you've got all these new electronic devices, that you're trying to get a new car, that you've got all these other personal issues like drug problems and alcohol problems and more drug problems, and you've got legal bills that are coming up, that nobody's seen any of this money. It makes everybody start to question, where did that money go? And whenever you start saying, hey, well, why is everybody all up on me about this money that never materialized? It goes to show you that you're trying to get the focus off what the real issue is, that you're scam artists, that you've always been scam artists, that your husband got in trouble for being a scam artist and has to pay restitution to those people. And it's really weird that, you've raised close to what, 100,000, 200,000, 150,000, 56,000, whatever amount of money. And it's never done what you said that it was going to do. That's why people are questioning you. They're questioning you, like, your integrity behind all of this. If you're wondering why your viewership is going down, why people aren't donating as much money, it's because you've never shown any of the receipts of what you said you were going to show, unless they bow down and kiss your ass. And that's not how fundraisers work. But hey, you do you, boo. It's your channel. I mean, whenever it all comes out, whenever all this stuff gets pulled out in the wash, I don't have to be on the right side. I could care less. So Jeremy could be absolutely wrong. He could be the most vexatious litigant ever and could be found as such. And what does that do to me? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It doesn't change my outlook on it. I might still think that he's right, even if he's wrong. That shouldn't change your opinion of me. Shouldn't change your opinion of him. If the court comes along and says, nope, Jeremy, we're throwing out every single case that you're involved in. You lose 100%. Does that change the fact that Lisa Lee is still a piece of shit that scammed money out of people? Doesn't change that, none at all. She's still going to be the same person that's running a scam on people. If Judge Bolitho gets the case thrown out, if Judge Hinkle says totally agrees with him and the case gets thrown out, does that change the type of people that these people are? Does it change the way that Jeremy is? Does it change anything whatsoever? I don't think it does. It's still the same people you're dealing with. The reason that I throw support towards Jeremy is because, from what I've seen, he's in the right on quite a bit of stuff. Do I agree with his approach on it? Nope. No, I don't always agree with his approach on it. I think he might be a little bit too bombastic on certain things. Doesn't matter. Is he right in what he's saying? Sure. He might just be approaching it the wrong way, or at least a way that I wouldn't approach it. But that's the thing about it, is he can look at the stuff that I do and say, yeah, you're approaching this completely wrong. It doesn't matter. Those are just opinions. Doesn't mean that we're part of some ecosystem like you fuckers are, because you've been working constantly to try to take down a man's channel, to try to actually destroy his business. You've gone after his friends, his family. You've gone after Tug's family. You've gone after Megan's family. All because of what? You've got some sort of internet beef. You've come after my family, for fuck's sake. What the hell's wrong with you people? You've got some serious deep-seated issues. I don't know if it's because you can't handle a serious relationship or what, but the fact that you want to come after my family is pretty fucked up. You're some sick individuals. Hey, Other May. Sorry, I'm just rambling today. She then claims Germs was mocking the memorial on his stream in an attempt to start another rally against the Germ. She smacks her lips, looks for her words, and stumbles as she states, let's just get right into it. Followed by, well, she now starts by her next review of Germs and George's stream. She giggles apparently that Germ woke up late. She gives a little smirk and admits to her narcissistic self, I really thought he was trying to mock me because I always wake up late. Scary. But I guess not. And the laughs are off her own blunder. Seems to be cloudy with a chance of BS if she thinks Jeremy's every move revolves around her. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Lisa moves on and states that George tried to play the guitar and sing, but couldn't because George has already said that that's what she can't sing. She can't play. She's just happy to do her thing. The twerky twat finally feels confident that she can speak and lets out a little, yep, as if she is back in the flea spin. And that again is just to go to show you that that's how these people are, because they see somebody that has a few thousand subs, a few thousand haters, and they want to be part of it. You know, you notice that Stacey Nat was happy to leave that little group. Why? Because Stacey Nat saw the kind of bullshit that they were pulling. You know, I don't watch their stuff, but there's other people that do. And I wish them success in whatever it is that they do. We don't all necessarily approach the issues the same as Jeremy. However, the What the Hell's attack is absolutely everyone, sometimes in vicious ways. Exactly, Heather May. I believe I will I'll attach her down the road. I'll catch up to her down the road. Oh, you will. She turns her weather map of mockery towards What the Hell's viewership and starts on how he didn't even have 7,000 people in here, which is weird because he usually does. Her storm cloud then hovers over the fact that George and Germ called over Gina, the head of security, to give her a review about the mac and cheese. And I will tell you that Gina is absolutely lovely. I enjoyed talking with Gina, and I would not want to mess with Gina. No siree. I would not want to mess with Gina. There's a reason why she's security. And if you know a little bit about her, well, you'd probably not want to go that path. To give her a review about the mac and cheese they had at a friend Kasha's house, the flea is going full Bronxy bitches. She shuts down the fact that just because Ninja Gina is of Italian descent, it doesn't mean she's an expert on mac and cheese. Well, I will tell you, if Gina, and I will say, I put out a competition, Ninja Gina. I put out a competition. I don't make good mac and cheese, but I know a place that does, and I will put it up against yours, Gina. And we'll have to sit down. We'll have to do a taste testing and tell me which one is better. I don't know. This one might just beat you, Gina. This one just might beat you, and it is one of the best mac and cheeses that you will ever have. It is so good. But I will put it in competition with you. She already ran off the major downers. Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's absolutely true. She already ran off major downers just like she's self-imploding. Well, that's to be expected. See, you have to understand that grifts like that don't last. They won't last. The kind of vitriol that she has towards people whenever they start asking how their money is being spent. you know, because these are people that are not just throwing in a couple $100. You know, most people, whenever they donate, and this is my outlook whenever I do donations, whether it's a charitable donation or whatever, whenever I'm giving that money over, I suspect that it is going to a good cause. If I was giving over a large sum of money to somebody, I would want to ensure that that large sum is going to its intended purpose. It wouldn't matter if it was, I mean, if $100 is like the most that you're ever given, you want to make sure that that $100 is going to do what it's going to do. Think about what Shara did for Lynette, where she was raising money. She was trying to work on a deal with her for Home Depot. And she started to track and make sure that this was a good cause that she was doing it for. And she saw that it wasn't. She saw that they were not being responsible with what they were going to be doing. And she backed out her support on that. Since you and Tug were inspecting AI pictures, check your DM later. Seems there was something spotted in something. Ooh, sounds pretty hot. I might have to check this out. Was it a venomous venom? I will have to check this one out. Because I like these intrigues right there. There might be venom. There just might be. There just might be one. I just pulled it up and saw it. Lordy B, they sound like vindictive. No, you can just say it's just a skin suit. That's it. Jealous old hens as they mock the fearless Ninja Gina. Yes, they do. It's an American comfort dish. Fleeca screams out between laughs. Honestly, Ninja Gina could be very well an expert on mac and cheese. Just because it's not an original Italian dish doesn't mean diddly squat. Would you say it can't be a rambling crab ragoon expert because I'm not Chinese? Go ahead and try, because ragoon knowledge is crisp and full of facts. Yeah, I'm done with her weather pattern for the day. She later goes on to repeat more conspiracies, lies, and the usual flea fodder. So, toodles, poodles, a whopping 13 minutes and 23 seconds. Imagine that she even watched that much of this. I watch So You Don't Have To is absolutely glorious. Was able to break that down in one of the best ways. But of course, you know, me, I have to break out my AI machine because, well, that's what I'm told I should do, is break out an AI machine, because I don't have an intelligent thought over a 3-year-old. Like, is that like an egg roll? Giggles. Thanks, Glenn. The Kiwi Crypt Keeper. Ah, yes. No, this is where it gets really interesting, because, you know, I break out the AI machine because, well, you know, that's what we use, isn't it? I mean, it's called a computer, and I type things in a computer. I don't know. I'm confused, but we'll figure this out eventually, because I guess my AI machine was broken, and says, did anybody see Volmet's new article? And apparently nobody did. Let me do something real quick. Remove that. There we go. Yes. There we go. All right. Did anybody see Volmet's new article? Well, no. Wow. Hold on, please, because, you know, she's going to tell us all about Volmet's new article. Yeah. Oh, stop it. I'll die. It just started playing as a video. More word vomit. Did you bring in this investor? There's definitely a cartel. There's cartel. Yeah, we know there was cartel. So the video he showed, which I skipped, of course. So she hadn't even watched it. Vomit, your shit was so fucking boring. Even the Lisa Lee didn't watch your garbage. She thought it was absolute shit. She just skipped over it. Why would she skip over your shit? Because it's garbage. Vomit. Get your shit together. You write garbage. You film garbage. You got your YouTube channel banned over fucking garbage. Do you realize nobody watches your shit? Imagine this. Right here. Right here. The flea admits, Vomit, your shit is garbage. She doesn't even care enough to watch it. She skipped completely over it. Tell me, Vomit, are you becoming more and more irrelevant as time goes by? That's what it appears to me. Vomit, you need to like start maybe, I don't know, are they paying you enough money to put up with this bullshit, brother? Because it seems to me that these people are just bringing you down and making you look worse than you already are. Or maybe you're just really that shitty of a writer that they don't even give two shits what you have to think. Who's Vomit? Is he Venom? No. Dare you? No. No, he's not. Imagine this. They said, well, I skipped. It's a mashup of some of the dumbest and most revealing moments from Hales and his crew after the humiliating defeat. What crew? Are you calling Ninja Gina his crew? I'm curious because if it's Jeremy Hale's crew, I'm pretty sure that he has employees that you're telling are absolute pieces of shit. Is that what you're saying? Are you calling Jeremy Hale's workers a bunch of trash human beings? Wow, that's really bold. People that work, I mean, ungodly amounts of work that these people put into getting whatnot set up, and you're just calling them garbage? Man, what kind of garbage human being are you? I mean, you don't. Well, I should expect this because you don't even respect your mods that go out there and they watch all this stuff so you can sleep until what, 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe wake up in time to do a stream. I mean, what do you do with the rest of your day? I mean, that's right, because you have this job. Right? You have a job, right? A job that allows you to sleep until the wee hours of the afternoon somewhere, whenever you might wake up from whatever it is that you were doing the night before. I mean, it does snow in Florida. I got no idea about that. His crew after the humiliating defeat. I have to watch that. After being humiliated by the scathing recommendation from Magistrate Zach Bolitho to dismiss charges against defendants with prejudice. Remember this right here, that word recommendation. This is what we said not too long ago. It's a recommendation. So in them trying to, and Vomit, of course, trying to tell me that, what is it, paint chips and Vomit, they have this idea that I got this all wrong and that I'm a liar, and then turn around and basically mirror exactly what I said, which was that, this is a recommendation by Judge Bolitho, and they have an opportunity to file something within 14 days, and the final say will be done by Judge Hinkle. I don't think my tone has changed from that. I'm pretty sure that's what I said. There might have been some colorful language and stupidity in between that, but that was the basic of it. I mean, was I not clear on that? Because I'm pretty sure that whenever I spoke about that, that's what I said. But I mean, I am old and stupid, and and tie my Velcro shoes as much as possible. Usually I trip over them because if I don't tie them, because, well, that's what people like like fucking Joey do. They trip over their own shoelaces. I mean, it's just I guess maybe I was wrong. That's what I was told. It might be the alcohol brain. It might be the alcohol brain, or it's my AI machine. My AI machine was broken that day. I didn't shake my 8-ball hard enough. To dismiss the charges against defendant with prejudice, Jeremy Hill says propagandists. Propagandists. I only know of one group that's been running PR, and that was the company that called themselves PR Team. I guess that came to bite them back in the ass, like multiple times. They were proven that they're a PR team, and that's what they're doing. And then of course you got Vomit that's writing these stories that, he said, I will continue to write as long as I get paid, but as soon as I stop getting paid, I'm going to stop writing about it. Why? Because he can't seem to get more than 5 people, and 3 of those people are his own sock accounts, and 2 of them are somebody else's sock accounts. So he can't get more than 5 people to even actually read his bullshit. But yet the Flea is out here promoting it like it's this big hit piece. He's such a great writer, but he can't spell. Here's an idea, Vomit. I mean, it's a novel idea, and you might want to try it. It's this little thing called AI, and it can actually like spell check for you. Works really well. So whenever you fuck up your spelling, it can fix those kinds of issues. You might want to try that. It works really well. The nut shack is missing some thumbs. Oh, thank you, Venomous. Thank you. Megan Fox and Tug proudly proclaimed that they were too stupid to explain to their audience why Hill's frivolous lawsuit was dismissed. See, here's the thing. While you're saying this, right, stupid, while you're saying this, you understand the case hasn't been dismissed. Okay. I mean, I can say this multiple times, any which way I want to. This case, PR team, I know that you're probably listening or trying to screenshot, but I mean, get it right here. The case isn't dismissed. There was a recommendation written by the magistrate that will be sent to Judge Hinkle after 14 days, because Randy has the opportunity to file a response to this. He actually sent all you morons out to meet and confer. And you, like a bunch of retards, from what I saw on Megan and Tugs, got up there and filed a bunch of shit that has sent it to the judge that has nothing to do with this. He did what he was supposed to do, which was called a meet and confer, and said, hey, this is what we're doing. This is what we plan on doing. And if you have an objection, let us know. We're just giving you the heads up according to the rules that we're supposed to do. But of course, we wouldn't expect you to know the rules, but we're still doing it because this is what the law requires of us. And we're going to file this at noon tomorrow if we don't hear back from you, which obviously you couldn't even properly respond to that, because you start rambling about a whole bunch of your ecosystem being horrible human beings and attacking people yet again. So it's going to be really interesting whenever he files that tomorrow around noon, and maybe makes changes. Who knows what he'll do, but where he completely destroys every single thing that you're saying, just probably in 2 pages. Let's see, Randy seems to be a pretty bright attorney for someone that, shouldn't be practicing law, but's been doing it for 20 plus years in the state of Florida because, the Bar Association, blah, 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 that's been doing it for 20 something years and has been fully vetted on this, but yet this is the narrative that you want to run with. I mean, why not try like doing, instead of doing research into Randy, you might want to do a little bit of research into the actual law and realize that he's beaten you. So Randy will file something tomorrow, is what he says. I mean, it might be the next day that we hear something out of this, but he's within the 14-day time limit. And then after those 14 days are up, no matter what he files, that's also going to go in front of Judge Hinkle. Judge Hinkle's going to look at it and he's going to make a decision on it. Judge Hinkle could come back and say, I agree. Or he might say, I disagree. We don't know. I'm pretty sure I said that too. Because Judge Hinkle's the final decision maker in this. I can make all kinds of, guesses and wild suppositions. I can say all kinds of things. But guess what? I don't have the answers. Because I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. Nutum clip text. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Now, if people have been sending super chats, I don't know because I haven't been looking. So if you have been sending super chats, I do apologize. I've just been on a rant and I'm enjoying my rant. Damn it. Meanwhile, Shizzy West does so. Oh, my 3-year-old son has forgotten more about the love. The love? I hope not. Than he'll ever learn. I think she meant to say law. Thank you. Jeremy House got his feelings hurt and decided to sue anyone who looked at him funny. No. No, well, okay, you can think that if it makes you feel any better, sure. But, whenever you destroy someone's business, I'm pretty sure he has reason to go after you. And whenever you said that that's your goal, is to take and destroy someone's business, take down their, what was it, YouTube empire? Yeah, all these things are going to really have a hard time disputing, because these are words, things that you've actually said. Well, you keep doing you, boo. Sue anyone who looked at him funny. It almost took a year, but Magistrate Zach Polito, who presided over the case, finally told him that his feelings are tough enough to retort. And this is where he's explaining, because Polito actually did explain everything out there like he was teaching law. Did I not explain? And I'm pretty sure that I did. Of course, I'm a retard most days. And the other days I'm on the school bus tying my Velcro shoes with my teeth, because I've got one, hand tied somewhere behind my ear here. I am pretty sure that this is what I said, that Judge Bolitho gave more defined directions on what he expected from this filing. But I could be wrong. They said that Jizzy's out there saying that there was secret messages to Jeremy. No, I'm pretty sure I was very specific on, the judge was being very specific on, he said that you're not meeting these right here, which is what usually judges will do because they're saying X, Y, and Z. But hey, go figure. Toughen up, Buttercup. Most people feel if they're being legally humiliated, might take some time to reflect. Legally humiliated. Legally humiliated. Like paint chips, because he was legally humiliated multiple times. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty damn sure that Paint Chips was pretty humiliated in all of this. I mean, I do remember that he was sending out rampant emails. I mean, he was even jumping out on emails that he was only CC'd on. We're really weird. I mean, why would you do something like that? But yeah, it seemed like Paint Chips got really, really upset. I think Jay and I broke him. We do that sometimes because, well, we like to laugh and have fun and mock all this stuff. And Yeah, you notice that he was adding all the same people in there, but he was leaving us out. Oh, isn't it great that he leaves us out of all of his shenanigans? Yet he was saying that, oh, well, I will add you in. But we weren't added in on this. We weren't included in on it. I'm so disappointed in you, Bane Chips. I thought we were pen pals, buddy. I thought we had a thing going, and all of a sudden you're just leaving me out of all your emails. Maybe because he knows that whenever I respond, that I respond in the most adorable way. I make him feel warm and fuzzy and miss the shoe. Oh, that's why he couldn't add J-Hip and I back in there. He couldn't add Tug and Megan into it. No. But he had to add people that weren't involved in the case whatsoever. It's really weird how he does that. Yeah, he added involvement in there. Why would you add letter? No, there's no letter tonight. I didn't have time. I did not have time. I had a very long day. It was a very busy. Mondays are always busy. Yeah. It is wild to me though that they seem to be very upset about Shizzy and Jay. Jay, you keep doing you, boo. You are doing exactly the thing that you're supposed to be doing. You're doing the YouTube. You're making it fun, Jay. And they seem to be very injured by your words. Even though they're their words, you're just speaking them. I find it amazing. I really do find it amazing that they found a way to be told that I'm just wrong. And it's amazingly that the people that tell me this start explaining why I was technically right. I love that word, technically. It's like being right, but people are still mad about it. I mean, I'm not a smart man. I still tie my Velcro shoes 1 foot at a time. Sometimes I even get the left one wrong, but I've learned something. The patterns don't care about how smart you are. Because yesterday, being very interesting, is because, well, not because something happened, it's because something didn't happen. It is because, well, Jeremy didn't stream. Jay is our protector. Oh, I love it. And yet, they still had a lot to say. Whiz pairs. Pair whizzes. It could be pair whizzes. Could be pair whizzes. So their reactions, well, is sort of where you learn about them. See, I'm not really fast mentally, physically, emotionally. I'm a little slow. But I think I picked up on it pretty quick, being technically right. And they've said that multiple times. A whizzy pair of nuts by George. That's it. I love that. It seems that they're very upset because we've called them out. And we've pointed out all their inconsistencies. Not as much as other people have. I mean, like I said, we're a little slow. Well, at least I am. Jay's probably not. Maybe he's special, but in a different way. But it seems that we've called them out and pointed out their shenanigans. But They're still not quite with us. Because I remember saying something, not too loudly, just saying it, that this wasn't over, that recommendations were conclusions. And I remember them like saying that, well, I didn't understand. Well, that happens a lot. That I don't understand. I still try to push when doors say pull. So what do you expect? What fascinates me about all this, though, is that it isn't a disagreement. They're just proving exactly what I said was true in the first place. I'm saying that, this isn't over. It's a procedure that they have to go through. It's a recommendation. For some reason, I guess they decided that, well, I'm an idiot. I keep telling them this, but they haven't figured it out. So they start in with, well, he's an alcoholic. He's drinking. Well, we'll see. Cheers. That's tasty. Oh, stop it, Shizzy. It's not making cinnamon. I might. You never know. I might be making cinnabread. It's damn good stuff. But I did learn one thing, is that I don't have to be smart to read court documents. I can, be an absolute idiot and not know anything about it and actually try to explain it. Sometimes I get it right. Sometimes I get it wrong. Never said I was an attorney, which is really weird. Never even tried to compare myself to an attorney. Not in any capacity whatsoever. I will say that it seems to me that they're upset that they're getting beat by me. Jay. I mean, think about this. J-Hip. J-Hip's been doing YouTube for what? Not even a year now. I mean, he's hung out and he's done like Facebook stuff or something like that. He was doing a bunch of other stuff, but he never did YouTube until, what was it, about 4 months ago, a year ago, something like that. I mean, you guys would know better than me. I was turned on to him, I think, by Megan Fox. Was like, hey, check out my guy here, J Hip. He's got a take on this. I'm like, oh, sure, I'll listen to the guy. So I pull him up and I'm like, hey, he's pretty funny. I like it. Purified distilled water. No, it's alcohol. How dare you? Dare you sully my reputation, Gwen? It is alcohol, 100%. Okay, maybe it's like 10%, 9%. I don't know. 0%. It doesn't matter. It's alcohol. There we go. I'm alcoholing on you. Just so you can like screen cap. You got that screenshot? That better? Yes, I rated him on his first stream and gave him a little bit of advice. Because, I thought he was pretty damn funny. I enjoy J-Hip. It's like, oh my gosh. But in this short period of time, he has done what the fleas were not able to do. How many years you been doing this now, fleas? Hell, they've been doing this longer than I have. And their channel hasn't grown. Why do you think that is? Why do you think you're losing subs? Why do you think that those people are not interested? Speaking of subs, if you haven't hit the thumbs up, hit that thumbs up. If you feel like super chatting, you're welcome to do that. If you don't feel like super chatting, you're still welcome to hang out here. But you have to be a subscriber for at least 20 minutes before you're allowed to chat in here. Oh, I bet that suffers some people because they don't really want to hit that thing. Flea's many years doing something boring. Right. I did many years doing things that were boring. People weren't interested in. I actually was just a short period of time. Well, see, what I was doing was I was involved in some really weird shit. A little bit like 9chan, where I had my own channel. I was trying to do something, and then I had people jump in there and cause a whole bunch of fucking drama on a channel that wasn't supposed to be about drama. Weird how that worked. Really weird how that worked. See, you won't find me jumping in on J-Hip's channel to bring up personal drama. You won't see me jumping in on Tugs to pull up personal drama. You won't see me on Megan's pulling up personal drama. I wonder why that is. Because, well, they wouldn't allow me to do it. See, 9chins, you did. You allowed Fleesa to take over your channel. You basically just opened the door for her to shit on your channel. I bet that makes you feel glorious, doesn't it? You must like that hot Stanley steamer right there on the chest, a big pile of big chicken fat just oozing all over it. I'm very descriptive. My wife tells me that all the time. But that's what you opened up yourself up for, 9chins. That's what Stacy Nat opened herself up for. That's what all these people opened themselves up for. They opened up for Fleesa to just squat over you and pinch one out on your chest and just leave it laying there, smelling and reeking of grease, regrets, and cigarette butts. And you let her do it. Imagine that. Imagine your level of testicular fortitude that you let her do that. See, Bruce tried doing that with other channels too. He tried bringing in his bullshit and saying, hey, you need to cover this. You need to say X, Y, or Z. And all these people said, oh, we'll cover it. But we're going to cover it the way that we do things because this is our place and you're not going to come in and destroy our channel or change our beliefs of looking at something impartially. And if we find something that we agree with, then we're going to be very adamant about it. If somebody can prove us wrong on that, you're more than welcome to prove us wrong on it, but showing us a bunch of bullshit that has nothing to do with it is pretty interesting. It shows that they're trying really hard to convince a lot of people about things that we've already made our mind up. I mean, think about this. I don't know how many of you people like chocolate, for example, or cilantro. Here's a perfect example. How many people like cilantro? We've got, that can be a divided course because to some people, cilantro tastes like soap, and to other people, it makes the dish. It's not that it's good or bad. It's just good or bad for you. You make up your own mind what you want to eat. You say, oh, I'm not going to do anything with cilantro in it. Somebody says, I love a little bit of extra cilantro in my dish. It doesn't mean anyone's right or wrong. It just means that you're taking a stand on it. What Bruce can't seem to understand is that I'm one of those people that loves cilantro, and he absolutely despises. Of course, I can't see anything that he really actually likes, except for maybe bean rocks or something. I don't know. And your boyfriend hates cilantro. The reason that he hates cilantro is because it tastes like soap to him. And it's a taste bud thing. Nothing you can do about it. It's a medical condition. Yeah, it tastes like soap. Still love it. See? I used to hate it, like it now. See, that's how I was with a lot of things. But you'll find difference of opinions on that. Doesn't mean that you're right or you're wrong, but for some reason, Deuce felt it very compelling to say that if you didn't agree with him wholeheartedly, that his cilantro was the best cilantro, where everybody else is saying, no, we don't like your cilantro. It tastes like parsley. Um, it was cilantro. Oh, you'll figure it out. It's what you'll find in salsa and all the other kinds of Hispanic dishes. And that's where he lost most of the people that could have supported him, because it wasn't that he wanted people to look at things impartially. This is where he lost his narrative. It was about his way is the impartial way, but it's not. You can look at things and you can agree with and this is a perfect example. Whenever we were watching, and you can go back to watching this stuff with Mo, I said, this seems a little put on. This seems a little too excited about over something I'm not too excited about. But you can see where he's really trying. And it was something that he was showing. It was just like, whatever. I mean, he's trying to put on something, and he's trying to do a good show. You ignore those kind of things, absolutely, because that's not what we were looking at. We were watching the build that he had, the excitement, the enjoyment that he had going from being in Ohio to being in Florida, and how the weather was different. It was a new, exciting adventure. It was a place that he was so excited about really growing his business, because it seemed like a good kicking off point for him. And this was what we covered. And whenever we started seeing, hey, this guy is actually trying to do something, and then all of a sudden you get, this crazy person that can't seem to do math and starts charging him extra. He says, hey, this isn't right. And it was just because the water that he may use doesn't mean that he's using it. It just means that we're going to do this because it's water he may use. And it started to change. You could see that there was pushback because you've got somebody that's going against the status quo of what's happening. You would think that Deuce would be all about that. The Deuce would be just like, good for him, going up against the status quo, because Deuce is a stoner. The stoners go up against the status quo, well, as much as they can. They tend to say, hey, no, this isn't right, bro, man. The government hold me down. What's wrong with you, bro? For some reason, he couldn't do that. He seemed to get very upset that Jeremy fought against certain things. He didn't like the fact that Jeremy could look at himself humorously, that he could look at life in general humorously, that he could see people doing really horrible things to him, stalking him, and still be able to laugh about it. He didn't get upset. I mean, he was probably upset, but he always presented himself as laughing at the situation. And this is what always impressed me about it, is no matter how bad the situation gets with Jeremy, he still tries to find some good in it. And it's hard to do. It's really hard to do, to know that somebody is screwing up your livelihood, that they're doing things that you can't show the rest of the public, that they're doing horrible things. They're saying horrible things. And they have the right to say some of these things. Some of these they don't, because they're liable. And to have this where there's certain things that you just can't talk about, that because if you do, it would get you in trouble. It's no different than, I will sit on my stream and say, fuck. I have no problem with that. I will use dirty language. Jeremy doesn't. he doesn't use dirty language. He won't say rape. He'll say grape. He won't say firearm or gun. He'll say pew pew. And that's because he has figured out that this is how YouTube works, that those kinds of words cause problems with YouTube. These are things that YouTube doesn't appreciate. He tones down his language for the things that he does on YouTube. If the fleas are worried about why he says the fleas and not Lisa Lee, is because he doesn't want to give you any credence, because you're irrelevant in his world, except for causing his business problem. He doesn't care about you, except as to where you're causing his business problems. And whenever you start to understand that you are meaningless to him, that you're not in his same orbit, that he has all these wonderful people around him. He has Ninja Gina. He has George. He has Doreen. He has all of these people surrounding him that he cares about and that care about him. He provides them with an opportunity, and they provide him with an opportunity. It's a symbiotic relationship. It's not about how they can scratch his back so that you can scratch his, or whatever sick kind of perverted thing that you've got going on with your little group there. It isn't about him telling them, I need you to, go out and watch these videos. I need you to speak about X, Y, and Z. I need you to do this and do that, because that's how the narrative I want to get out there, which is what, from what I understand, that's what you've been doing, Flea. You've been out there telling people, what to say and what to cover and what to do, and how you'll help them out and how you promote them, because you got this big YouTube channel of 3,000 subs that Jay Hip beat you in less than 4 months. It's amazing to me that you think that I use an AI to tell you what I think. I think you guys are pieces of shit. That you're the lowest of the low, the scum of the earth. You are the garbage that not even the raccoons would care to touch. You're bad. I've got no qualms about it. You go and you do you. It doesn't affect me whatsoever. But the minute that you start to affect me, just know that I can affect you too. See, I don't give two shits about your life or your channel or what you're doing, because it doesn't matter to me, because I've seen the kind of product that you put out. You're scam artists. You steal money from people and then you lie about it and try to hide it. I don't want to be associated with you. At some point in time, Deuce thought that he was going to get me to come in and promote his bullshit too, but I didn't. I told you guys to fuck off. Under no certain circumstances would I give two shits about this, because I don't. What I care about is covering a story that I find interesting. And I find what Jeremy Hills has been doing very fucking interesting. I find it so interesting that I've seen how you guys are trying to destroy a person. Even so much so that you've come after my family, you've come after Megan's family, you've come after Tug's family, you've come after everybody that you deem to be somebody that is part of your little ecosystem. We're not. We're just average people covering your bullshit. But you've made it very clear that you're part of a little group, a little ecosystem. that has tried to destroy people's lives. Because you've done it before, right? I mean, you don't have to like Dinesh, but you've absolutely tried to go after him, destroy his life and livelihood. Even if you disagree with him, doesn't matter. You've gone after other people. Part of your little group there has a problem keeping their mouth quiet too. See how that works out for them. You've made threats to Jeremy Hales. You threatened to show up at his place of business, firearms. Threatened Tug. Told him to sleep with a Glock under his pillow. Threatened me, said you were going to come to Georgia to punch me. I mean, these are the kinds of threats that you've made multiple times. This is the kind of group that you're out there promoting. And Marla Hughes, you're just as fucking guilty as the rest of these pieces of shit because you've promoted it right along with them. You're happy to give them a big shout out whenever they're wanting to commit violence on people. You're happy to go out there and promote this shit. Lips, she's no different. If you want to continue on down the path that you're going, I revert back to the same damn thing that I said a while back. Whenever you start coming after these people and you start trying to dox these people, me, whoever it might be, you will not find any sympathy for what meets you at the end of that road. Nobody will give two shits about you because of your behavior. There won't be any sympathy for you, at least not from me. I doubt there will be from quite a few people. Even the people that are out there that are boosting you up right now. You see how fast they turn on you. You see how quick Marla Hughes was willing to jump away from all of the racist rhetoric that comes from that group. Yeah, Joey Camp is one of your little buddies. I noticed you included him on that email to Judge Polito, along with Volman. Yeah, you racist fucks. Yeah. You've made it very clear that you don't like certain people. You made it very, very clear this is your behavior. And if you don't like that tag being thrown on you, then stop acting that way. If you think it's political, well, go fuck yourself because, well, I've already done my political stuff and people know how I stand politically, yet they still enjoy the content that I put out. You little group of miscreants. That's all you are. You're here to disrupt, cause problems, and harass people. And whenever you get called out, you harass them even more. Well, whenever people stand up against you, it really, really bothers you. As you can tell, that Paint Chips finally backed off his shit because he knows that he's in the wrong whenever he talks about causing problems with my wife and her business and her livelihood, my livelihood. He knows that whenever he's made threats against Megan Fox, whenever they've made false accusations against Jeremy Hales, you notice that their voices tend to change and they stop talking about those things. That people have said enough is enough. This is why Flea, your channel will fail. It's not because anything that I have to do. It's not anything that Tug has to do except for expose you for the frauds, the freaks, the failures, the pieces of shit that you are. Whenever you get exposed, it hurts your little fifis. You get very upset. Because, well, imagine this, that I'm able to do all of this. as a toaster because you consider me to be AI. You think that that's what I am. I mean, that's what you've said, right? That every thought that runs into my head is done by AI because I don't have a cognizant thought whatsoever outside of being, just drunk all the time. And just imagine if that's true and I'm a drunk, this drunk ass bitch just fucking destroyed you. One hand tied behind my back, I was able to destroy your narrative, your lies, expose every single one of them. Well, not all of them. I'm sure there's quite a few more that you've been telling yourself and telling the rest of your people over there, but that's okay. I suspect that they are of the same caliber of human being that you are, and that's why they support you. Because in you, they see themselves. They see the kind of garbage human being they are, and they want to be the same garbage human being. So enjoy it. Enjoy that, 100K, that 56K, whatever it might be. Enjoy it. Enjoy just, choking down those chicken skins all you want to. Just enjoy every single bit of it, because whenever the rubber hits the road, I know that I could wake up tomorrow morning and know that I've got a long day ahead of me. I've got work to do. Whereas you wake up tomorrow afternoon, sometime after, brushing off the cobwebs out of your eyes and say, what did Jeremy say about me last night? That we really don't care about you. I don't care about you. Jeremy doesn't care about you. Hell, not even people that are close to you care about you. They think that you are the scum of the earth. They're just there to watch you fall. It's so good to be around people that want to see you succeed. Komodo dragon. It's just J-Hip. A Komodo dragon. Exactly. Sorry, I'm off rambling again. It is 12:05. And of course, I do have to do that thing. It's called work tomorrow. And I've been drinking all night. I'm so drunk. Let me see if I can wipe the slobber off my throat. Wait, did I fall asleep on stream again? Damn it. When I have to stop doing that. No, they've got issues with J-Hip. They will get over it eventually. Eventually, Jay, they will get over it. And we'll have some fun. We'll get back to doing some fun. Because this stuff is so tedious. It is so interesting. It is so interesting that we broke paint chips. Broke his ass in 2 places. He doesn't know which way is up or which way is down. It makes him feel like he's at home. Okay, Shizzy, thanks for the drunken sleep. Now sleep it off. I love it. You guys are awesome. Speaking of the idiot, just J-Up. Well, somebody has to speak of the idiot. We love, he's an adorable idiot. Great show tonight. Yeah, I'm just rambling. This is the thing, is they can't do this. They can't show themselves, as they're too concerned about the wrinkles. Oh, I got wrinkles. I got eye bags. I've got forehead wrinkles. I've got thinning hair. I've got, a weakening body. Well, I probably need to shave my neck too, for all I know. Hell, I'm just doing my damn thing. Sometimes you need to speak the same language for idiot to understand stupid. Thank you. Exactly. I try to speak idiot most of the time. I mean, that's how I was born and raised, to speak an idiot. You try to take the idiot out of someone like me. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. It never works. Don't you know this? J-Hip knows this. See, J-Hip's the smartest of all of us. Don't you be fooled. That's why we like the boy. He's got certain panache about him. He knows what I'm talking about, doesn't he? I think it's perfect time for something. I want to give it all of its love. Give me just a second, because this is so fitting for days like this. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I think it's right here. No. Why do I not have it? There it is. I think I have the perfect song for going out with. And let me find why is it not getting there? Open file location. Because you guys are gonna like this. Why? All right, here we go. This is the perfect way to end a stream. I think this is the perfect way. Everybody, I want you to have a wonderful evening, most definitely, because this is going to be the way to end it. The absolute way to end it right here. You guys have a good night.
I was gonna go to trial, but then I got high. I was gonna tell the truth in court, but then I got high. Now I'm sitting at home, broken, fried, blaming the plaintiff for my own lies. Yeah, my whole case died because I got high. 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 I was gonna help my client win, but then I hit the pipe. Said I show up and do my job, but then I hit the pipe. Now I'm emailing threats, paranoid and dumb, saying don't look at me, it's everybody else's bum. I'm puffing devil's letters till my brain feels numb. Because I got high, because I got high, because I got fried, because I'm just that guy. Could have been a lawyer, could have been sharp and spree, but I lit that bowl, now I'm high on my own supply. Yeah, I'm losing my life because I got high. I was gonna file my motion right, but then I rolled a J. Said I'd stand up for my claims, but I toked it all away. Now I'm ghosting the court, begging for delay. Told the judge, hey man, I'm just too blazed. Got my fans all praying while I puff and play. Because I got high. Because I got high. You ever meet a lawyer who needs a smoke break every 15 minutes? Can't pick a jury, can't read the rules, but he can sure roll a blunt the size of his ethics. I was gonna tell my followers the truth, but then I hit the bomb. Planned to drop receipts and facts, but the stash was way too strong. Now I'm pitching GoFundMe's, claiming I'm broke, selling sob stories while I toke and choke, spinning tall tales, what a sorry joke. Because I got high, because I got high, because I can't deny I'm just that grifting guy. Could've touched some grass, but I'd rather lie. Hit the devil's lettuce, now I'm too damn fried. Yeah, my brain cells died. Because I got high. Because I got high. Because I got high. Because I got high. I was gonna build my case on facts, but then I sparked that green. Instead I'm on YouTube begging for cash, calling Jeremy mean. Now I'm stuck in a hate group full of clowns, circle jerking screenshots, spinning them rounds, fucking my credibility into the ground. Because I got high. Because I got high. Could've been sober, could've been smart, could've known the law, but nah, I hit that blunt and blame my failure on the other guy. It wasn't the weed though, nah. It was the grift, it was the scam, it was the lies, it was the hate, and just maybe it was the fact that I ain't worth a damn. Because I got high. 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 Because I got high.